Welcome to Marina'S kitchen. Today I'm going to make a flourless chocolate hazelnut cake, but it's more like a dessert cake because it's got no flour in it, it doesn't rise very much, and it's really nice for a dessert chocolate cake. But first of all what I've done is here over my steaming hot water I have melted 160 gram of dark chocolate and 150 gram of butter, and I have melted that in this steaming water underneath some steaming water. Right, there you go, 150 of the butter and 160 gram of that lovely dark chocolate. I've melted that down underneath some water, steaming water, and slowly melted it down. And now my next thing is I'm going to put a bit of salt, a pinch of salt in there, and I'm going to put some vanilla in there. Okay, now what I'm going to do here, next thing is there's about 3 stages we've got to do. There's 2 tablespoons of beautiful dark coconut powder, and I've got 2 tablespoons of lovely strong coffee, no sugar in it, just hot strong coffee. Now I'm going to pour that in my cocoa, and I'm going to melt my cocoa in that coffee. Okay, it's just got to be all melted down, and that's the next step I've got to do. And then we've got to add that to all the other ingredients. Just mix it around with that lovely hot coffee. 2 tablespoons of lovely dark chocolate. Now my next step is my eggs. I have beaten 4 eggs here. I have beaten 4 eggs, and I've got to that I'm going to add there's 250 gram of brown sugar I'm going to add to my 4 eggs. I'm just going to beat that all together all at once. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to beat it all together. Just slowly get it. It only has to be just all together. That's all. It doesn't have to be all. That's all. That's all we need. Is just have to put it all together. That's all we need. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my cocoa through that and mix it all in together. It's a lovely flourless chocolate hazelnut cake. It's really lovely for a dessert. So just going to mix that all together in there. It'll all melt because of the heat. It's hot. That's all we've got to do. And now we've got to put all this together in there. That lovely butter and that lovely melted chocolate. Just going to put that all together. Very simple, very quick. You've got 3 stages. I've done the melting the butter and the chocolate. Then I've done the eggs with the brown sugar, and then I melted the cocoa powder with that lovely hot strong coffee. I made some nice strong coffee to melt that cocoa powder, and we get this beautiful chocolate mixture here. And now to that I'm going to add a cup of hazelnut meal, ground hazelnut. I'm going to add to that. Okay, and I'm going to add a handful of crushed hazelnuts, about half a cup of crushed hazelnut. And look, that's all it is. Just put it all together. So simple. Once you've melted your chocolate with your butter over some simmering water, and I beaten my 4 eggs with my 250 gram of brown sugar, and that was my next step. And then I mixed up 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder with 2 tablespoons of lovely strong hot coffee. Now I'm going to put a dash. You can have a dash of rum or a dash of whatever you've got inside. I've got some masala here. I'm going to put about a tablespoon of that in there, and that gives it a lovely flavour. And look, it doesn't rise. It's only got to go into the oven. Put your oven onto 180, and it's just got to be in the oven about 35 to 40 minutes. It doesn't rise very much, It's just very flat cake. It's like a dessert cake. And I have lined my cake tin with some baking powder paper underneath. Now I'm just going to pour that all in there. It'll go into, when you take it out, you mustn't take it out of the tin straight away. You must let it rest for about 1 hour before you take it out of the tin. And then you can cut it any way you want it and use it as a dessert. I use mine as a dessert. I put either a cream on it or ice cream, and that's what I do. Look, that just mixed it all together. Now you just pour that all into that cake tin. That's all it is. Very quick, beautiful. Just pour it all in there. Now that's lovely. Just have to put that in the oven for about 35 to 40 minutes, 180 degree oven. When you take it out, let it stand for at least an hour in the tin before you open it up. Now I'll show you what I've done before, because I've done one before, and this is how I'm going to serve mine. You see, this is why it doesn't raise. It just stays like a dessert cake. It's just like a flat, beautiful dessert cake. Now I'm going to put a cocoa. I've got some cocoa and some icing sugar on that, and I'm going to sprinkle that all over there like that. Lovely. Cocoa and some icing sugar together, and sprinkle it all on that. Now I'm going to have mine with some, you can either have it with cream, ice cream, you can have it with some strawberries and put some nice fresh cream. Now look, I've cut a piece, and look how nice it is. It's lovely and moist and deep chocolate, and I'm just going to have a piece like that. And I'm going to have mine with some ice cream. You can have it with cream, you can have it with fruit. I'm going to have mine with some nice chocolate chip vanilla ice cream. Put that on the top, like that, and that is yum. That's what I'm going to have, and I'm just going to taste it, and that is absolutely beautiful. It's lovely and moist. It's a flourless hazelnut chocolate cake. So just have that with that bit of ice cream, a bit of cream, and that is beautiful. Yum. You must try this. It's a lovely rich chocolate dessert, beautiful dessert to try. So give it a go, something different. And when you take it out of the oven, just let it sit for 1 hour before you open it up and cool it down. And then look at that, it just makes a beautiful chocolate dessert, flourless hazelnut. It's got that hazelnut meal through it, and hazelnut, I did about half a cup of crushed hazelnuts through it, and it's beautiful. It tastes lovely. So give it a go, and I hope you like it. Have a good day. Bye.